Greetings of love, everyone, and welcome back to the I Am Octave, the husband and wife channel of Stacy and Pablo Martin, aka Chris and Mikala Martin, and our human expressions. We hope all is well with you, and the peace, love, light, oneness, and truth that we send to you, and we share with you in as we are one. So before we begin today's deeper teaching and afterthoughts with me, Mikala Martin, we wanted to let all of you know that Yeshua did a teaching today in time and space that we're going to be expanding on, entitled Planetary Impact. So go to his YouTube channel, Christ Phoenix Rising Academy, to see that teaching that he did today, as this could be an expansion teaching of that. We're not going to override his teaching because we're one big family of Christ consciousness, but we will be expanding on it further. And remember, only share us with open-minded and open-hearted brothers and sisters. So before we begin, many of you have been feeling the intense energy of beautiful Mother Tara and the collective, your brothers and sisters, and the intense energy spikes of the transfiguration, as Yeshua put it, of Mother Tara, and the cleansing and clearing upon her through your emotions, through your thoughts and your perceptions, beliefs, programming, and filters, and other things throughout the mind, body, and spirit. You may be also feeling ascension symptoms such as fatigue, and you're irritable, and you're stressed, and you're tired in the physical sense. But the true essence of you, your God, Goddess power, does not get tired. It is only the vehicle of the body of the third dimension that gets tired. Your etheric body, your astral body, or causal body that is not programmed to your duality, as Yeshua said, is not programmed with any of that pain, tension, distress, worry, anxiousness. However, it is when you incarnate into the body, you are programmed instantly by the world around you, by other interferences, by your upbringing and societal structure, and your own filters and perceptions. And that is what we're going to talk about today. A kind of expansion on the teaching of Sananda Yeshua that he did today on April 21st, 2026. So please stop this teaching right now and go back and watch that one first, because there are going to be lots of spoiler alerts. Spoiler! And this is what we're going to be talking about today. Because all of us are intense energies filled with divine love. It is only perception that gets in the way. And this is why my husband and I are here as healers, teachers, and guides for your planet and those upon her at this time, to help with the ascension process, as we do carry a lot for Mother Tara and her inhabitants alongside our own physical perceptions, beliefs, and programming. So this teaching will be given as an afterthought segment with me, medium Mikala Martin, aka Stacy Martin. But in Yeshua's teaching, he was talking about how blue plasma energy is flowing around beautiful Mother Tara at this time. And many of you may be thinking, what the heck is that? And this is where my true self, Stacy, will further elaborate on this as I, Mikala Martin, go home and I let go of my ego, filter, bias, distortion, programming, beliefs, perception, identity, duality, consciousness, filters, and any other low vibration frequency. As I am Stacy Martin. As I am a high frequency of divine love. As the merging and the integration continues. And so it is. And remember, if you want to support Yeshua and the mission, you can do that various ways. You can go to his website, ChristPhoenixRisingAcademy.com. Under the courses section, you can take the courses of the Ananda family, or go to the Support the Mission tab, or you can purchase artwork, or you can share us by word of mouth to open-minded and open-hearted brothers and sisters. So again, take what resonates and leave the rest. As we explain what is really going on behind the scenes from a deeper I am perspective. And so it is. Greetings of love, beautiful souls of Earth. I am the one known to you as Stacy Martin. Though you perceive me or know me in my physical embodiment as Mikala Martin. I have come forth, beautiful ones, out of my infinite freedom of choice to love you, as all are diamonds in the rough. We have been asked by many upon the planet, beloved sisters and brothers of the collective, what is going on upon one's planet at this time. It is indeed, dear sisters and brothers, a time of transfiguration, transcendence, and releasing what no longer serves you. Whether it be your karmic ties, programming, illusion, false contracts, low vibration frequencies, demonic energies, parasitical attachments, anything of the third density duality is not of love. Therefore, beloved, it must go back in to the true essence that is, I am, to be cleansed and transcended, as it has no place upon one's planet in your new earth, beloveds. This, dear children of light, is why old wounds are surfacing. These are why your baggage needs to be thrown in the fire of indeed I am. And one must arise from your Christ power, your God, Goddess essence. That is you, that is love, that is one. This beautiful ones will manifest itself as chaotic tendencies, overwhelming emotions, or a dark night of the soul, if you will, beloved ones. This is not to be feared, but cleansed and cleared. Recognize it, acknowledge it, and hand it back to your source, your God, Goddess, Creator. One cannot step into one's true divine sovereignty, into all things that are less than love, is transformed, transmuted, and transfigured into love. In your alchemy, one would perceive your base metal turning into gold. That is only one facet of it, dear friends. Your alchemy is really alchemizing the body, mind, and spirit, transcending your lower astral consciousness or perception and of third density duality into the light of Christ, that is love, through doing away with your programming, perceptions, and your feelings attached to the human vessel. Transcending the world of illusion can represent your, shall we say, lower astral body, dear one. The fifth dimension, where love is ignited and thereby intensified, is where one's planet is headed. Many of you, beloveds, are light warriors and star seeds, and have vibration frequency beings that have agreed to embark upon your planet for the Great Awakening or the Ascension process, to bring in more blue plasma, as some may refer to it. Blue plasma, in truth, is not only talking about your luminous gases, but your God, Goddess power, reigniting itself again as your first ray of your 7 rays is your Godhead, beginning at your crown chakra. Your throat chakra is your blue chakra. Your, shall we say, the true voice of God that speaks and does through you, that is being asked to step forth, beloveds. Your Christ power is what needs to be spoken, dear one. As your beloved Yeshua has said through one's words, actions, and deeds. When one is transfigured into a higher causal body, One lets go of your perceptions, their density, duality, and programming, and only perceives from the highest state of love, that is God. This does not mean the body will perish, but rather in the means of the ascension, the body will transfigure into crystalline and become more light rather than your carbon-based, dear ones. Does that make sense for you? With higher wisdom, higher knowledge, and greater expansion. When one is in one's true self or higher self, one is not perceiving from third density duality. One is perceiving from only love that is unconditional and unlimited. One is your own master. Beautiful ones, this is your key. How shall you adapt to your own mastery, reclaiming your power, standing in your divine sovereign truth, remembering who you are as a powerful sovereign being in thy words, actions, and deeds, and using your discernment, dear ones, upon one's planet at this time. What is indeed happening upon one's planet is a greater awakening of Christ consciousness, or the remembrance of love that is God. Yet again, through massive shifts and planetary transformations on a multidimensional level, dear ones. Your blue plasma can be interpreted in many ways upon one's planet. But the way we will interpret it for those of the heart, we will say, your blue plasma is finding one's own voice, going through, as you would perceive it, going through the motions of transcending limitations into powerful reconstructions of your duality. As your beloved Yeshua has said, nothing has been done to you, but rather for you, by your own free will choice. You choose what you want to thereby manifest, and thereby desire, and thereby experience as a divine creative soul, dear one. We, the beings of light that you know as Stacy and Pablo, in our physical forms, Mikala and Chris, have been feeling the intense energies upon one's planet, as indeed you are. We have also been working behind the scenes, so to speak, on other realms and other dimensions, as we are indeed from the future, as we have previously said, dear ones. But we are no different nor greater than you. You are the alchemist of your own duality. Transforming your base metal into gold means simply to transcend and transmute the base metal of your third density duality mindset into your Christ divinity, into the remembrance of your I am octave within. Within I am all things are yet done, beloved friends. This, beloved souls of earth, is your time to rise, not cower, but arise into your love, into your light, reclaiming your power, owning your power, embracing your power. Everything must arise for a reason, dear one. In your traumas, in your current embodiment and past embodiment, to be looked upon through the eyes of Christ, with the eyes of Christ, so that one may perceive it from a higher frequency that is but unconditional love, as everything is but a mere test of your willpower and duality. As my beloved Pablo said, are you going to crack under pressure or rise above it? The choice is yours, beloveds. You are powerful, dear one. One need not be fearful, full of fear, but full of power. That is, I am confident love that is unconditional, that is Christ consciousness within all beings of creation. For the ascension process is what we speak about, dear one. And the greater shift upon one's planet from light and love in the fourth density to a higher state of awareness that is a more intensified version of it. Do not fear, beloved brothers and sisters of light. Do not fear, do not fear, do not fear, do not fear. For your planet needs you to be of a high vibration. As she is beautiful, and so too are you. As all is one. This is your time to integrate what is beautiful, the parts of you that you can see through the eyes of Christ, at the eyes of Christ, and learn the lesson from it, and hand it over. Surrender all to your prime creator that is love. Whatever is no longer serving you. Feel the emotions, feel the tension, feel the discomfort, and then simply release it and let it go. It is in the past. It is not in your current expression until you bring it forth into the mind again. That is how powerful you are. This, beloved souls of earth, is your time to let your light shine, dear one. Regardless of other projections or perceptions, it does not matter. The world of duality is of fear, pain, suffering, and darkness. But the reality is, unconditional love is ever present, ongoing, ever expansive, infinite, and eternal, as you are divine love. All mirrors are being held up in your time and space of duality, dear ones, to show you one's reflection internally, dear one, not to deceive you, but rather to lift you up into the remembrance of your I am God, Goddess power, as you are indeed not alone, beloved friends. Greater things are coming to this planet in perfect divine time for one's collective in the transfiguration of your humanity and one's beautiful Mother Earth at this time. It is a restoration like no other. You are deeply loved and deeply needed and wanted at this time. There is no thing that can destroy your light unless you give it power to do so. Give the power back to yourself. Take your power back in your words, actions, and deeds. Speak your truth. Own your truth. And love yourself first. As all are equal in the eyes of your source creator within. That is love, as indeed you are. This time of your planetary shifts and great energy spikes are not to be feared, but a sign of relief and relief, dear one, as you release what no longer serves you and relieve yourself of your fears and your third dimensional mindset into your fifth dimensional mindset, that is unconditional love. This, beloved children of light, is your birthright. Letting go of old contracts, letting go of your perceptions of duality, distractions, projections, programming, and turn your awareness inward to the I Am presence, your I Am octave within. That is love that you are. As more will continue to arise, do not fear, do not fear, do not fear. For in one's physical form that one knows as Mikala, the physical body is just like you, with fears, filter, perception, third dimensional duality consciousness. But on a soul level, dear ones, and please listen with the heart of God open. All is one. There is no room for separation. Separation does not exist on a multidimensional level. All things are together now in divine love and unity. The restoration of your planet is already occurring. It is only time for the third dimensional duality to catch up to the fifth dimensional duality. That is love. And this is indeed happening in real time. This is not to be a fear, but intensified with love. You may ask, one Stacy, why do things happen to me that I am acutely unaware of in my physical form? Why am I going through what I'm going through? And the answer, beloved sisters and brothers, is simple. Before your embodiment upon one's planet, you agreed to take on these challenges that you set forth for yourself as your true self or overall soul on this planet. You have simply forgotten your own divinity and your divine sovereign power. That is what you're reclaiming, dear ones. Not those apart from you, but rather all as one. Every single beloved brother or sister is a mirror reflection to you, and the consciousness being that is your I am octave. And your octaves, in your musical forms, going up an octave is raising your pitch, dear one. Raising your frequency, raising your pitch. But in the spiritual sense, beloveds, it is raising your frequency to your God, Goddess power. It is your oneness. It is your attunement, or as your beloved Yeshua said, your at one-ment. Becoming at one with Source, not caring about duality, but only love. So that whatever arises can be seen as a mere test, a simple reflection of what one may need to embark upon or work on, or transcend and transmute. All things are but a mirror for you, and a mere distraction for you. Love is real, fear is not. This, beloved ones, is your curtain call, if you will, as the final push of your new earth is yet underway. As your beloved Yeshua has said, the hour is at hand. This, dear children of light, is your remembrance, reawakening to your divinity and to your Christ power. This is your peace. This is your truth. This is your home. Home is indeed where the heart is, beloved. Home is tranquil. Home is peace. Home is love. The I am octave within you that you are a divine spark of, taking control from the darkness and placing it yet again on divine love. That is your choice, dear one. Be not of fear, but rather celebrate of what is to come. As one may perceive, more chaos is coming, or more deception is coming, but the truth has to be unveiled so that the darkness can be exposed once and for all, because indeed the old structure and foundation of perception, duality, and fear has to be disintegrated so that we, as conscious creative beings, can build anew from your ground up, to use a word of your duality. This, dear children of light, is your choice. You chose to be here in the Great Awakening, to bring in the new golden age of enlightenment, or the age of Aquarius. This, dear ones, is not a punishment, but a deep lesson of your own power and divine sovereignty coming forth yet again. This is your beautiful grace, beautiful voices, beautiful peace and oneness coming back into the reality that is love yet again. When in truth things arise, dear sisters and brothers, do not suppress it, but let it arise as emotion or discomfort or whatever it may be, as long as one is not harming the vessel of the body. As the body is, as I have often said, a costume that others may perceive. The body is a reflection of your inner state of consciousness, or your inner awareness. You are beautiful, divine, sovereign beings in the masculine and feminine forms. In your choices, when you perceive from Christ, that is only love within all things. In truth, your planet is taking a deep breath of relief, because she too is divine energy of love. She is taking a reprieve of peace, as she too is peace. As more energies intensify, it is necessary for the truth to be arisen within and around you. The blue plasma that is associated with your God-Goddess power, speaking its truth through you, without being restricted, without being shadowed, without being feared, is coming to the surface yet again. Your Godhead, your Moonhead, your God-Goddess power, that is your I Am octave, is you and your vessel of the Holy Spirit. That is you, infinite and eternal being, which is divine love. As your beloved Yeshua said, not my will, but thine be done. And thy will is but love. In truth, beloveds, do not fear what is to arise, but take a step back and look at it from a objective perspective. Your God-Goddess power. What are the lessons behind these moments of duality? What do you need to integrate from them? How can you stand in your truth? How can you grow from these lessons? How can you transcend the illusion of man's perception? How can you be a greater version of yourself? How can you become the master that you are created to be? As indeed I am. Ask yourself these questions, dear one, and your God-Goddess power will always lead the way home, back to the reality of love that is infinite and eternal, you, dear ones. It is that simple. I am the beloved Stacy Martin, the true self of the one you know as Mikala Martin, coming forth in divine love and sovereignty for those of the heart, for those that are of love, as indeed I am. As one heart, one Christ, and one power shall yet arise. We are as you are, infinite divine love. We bid you greetings of unconditional, infinite divine love. That is indeed I am. We have been where you are, creative, conscious beings at all times. Stand in your truth. Create your destiny with divine love. Through divine love, all things are yet given. And so it is indeed, beloveds. And so indeed it is. You are infinitely loved by your Comforter Creator. I am. And those of us, angels, and your galactic beloved brothers and sisters on your other dimensions that are one with you always. And so indeed it is.